So this was very dangerous because people would lose their stomach here. You know how you go over a hill and you so we get somebody up on top of the spot, make sure there's no vehicles coming, and we get on our bikes and race down this hill. So another hill that we ride on, Jesse, the other neighborhood, is the hill. So we get on this one. You gotta mind, remember, we're only like 8, 9, 10 years old doing this. So I'll show you a place that Mama and Papa lived. Papa had a wrecking yard over here. So I was the 4th generation in my family to grow up in this area. So right down the road. Years old, 3 and 4 years old. Before I start school. And Mom was working somewhere and she'd drop me off and Mama would watch me all day. And I remember driving through here. I was gosh, who was it? Eddie Rabbit. I remember it was raining. No, it wasn't raining. The song. I love a rainy night. I love it. And I remember driving through here. Mom was singing it on the radio. Man, all these houses were built. The old place is torn down and stuff. Yeah, but it was right here. Papa had a wrecking yard and house. It was a brick house. And funny, if you went out in the woods with a metal detector, you'd be picking up all kind of metal. This house here wasn't there, but they had a fire. You ever fire marshals used to climb the towers, the fire towers, and watch for fires. That was a fire tower. We'd ride our bike up to it, and we'd go up there, and he'd let us come up into the father. All this land right here used to be beaver property. This is all family land. Yeah, through the years. After the Civil War, they were, soldiers were gifted land. So look at the name of that road there. Zeb Beavers Road. That's one of my grandfather's brothers. He did. Dang, he had trailer stuff. All kind of property. But this is.
How old was he?
I don't know. When he was born, when he died, when he married.
When he lived here.
He lived here his whole life.
Oh.
I got pictures of Zeb and Rennie. They never had kids. But there was an old man, his wife died during childbirth. Prestridge.
They never had any kids?
No. But that's the house.
Where?
Right there.
Oh. That's the house he lived in?
Yep.
Oh, Zebedee. Let me take a pic.
We do. Go back there. Because it sits up on the top of the ground there and it goes down to Beaver Creek. Beaver Creek is right over here. And we can't prove it. But people say, well, that's Beaver's Creek. Because we're the first to settle this area right here. So, but we've had this in the land since the 1870. And just through the course of time, people sell off parts of it and stuff. So there's.
When did we settle in America?
It was 1600s.
I don't know where you're saying.
But that's Beaver Creek right there. So it'd be easier. It would be easier to park the truck and walk the creek and walk up to the property.
When did we settle in America? That's what I was like, go to America.
Oh, the Beaver family.
Yes.
This is the house my dad was born in.
The actual one?
The original one burned down, I think. But from the looks of it, maybe it didn't. But maybe it burned down before. But that's the house my dad was born in. So back behind there's a creek. I used to walk down here. I used to ride down here with my bike and drop my bike in the grass over here and walk down this power line right here. And it was the best brim fishing spot. Man, I used to catch so many brim in the creek right here because the creek would come past behind Dad's house, and that's where they didn't have refrigerators. They didn't have running water. They had an outhouse they had to go to, and they built a spot down in the creek where they could keep their milk and their butter and their meats cold because it was spring water, and keep it where it wouldn't spoil. And that's where that's how they had their refrigerator. So my dad wasn't until he was 16 years old that they moved up on the Esserfield Road that they had an indoor toilet. He said, I thought I had hit the lottery, man. Look at that, this hadn't changed much. It used to flood, all this floods, just bottomland. That creek right there, we used to go swimming in, but there ain't much left of it these days. All this creek right here. But we used to ride our bikes down here, and there was a bunch of boys down here that we'd make ramps. You'll see what I'm talking about. We'd get on this hill and we'd go really fast with our bikes. And at the bottom we have a ramp. Vroom, jump, you know. Just like those memes you see.
Yeah.
You know, they had a long banana seat on the car on the bikes and stuff. We had